This time on TV Reviews, we're going to be looking at the HBO series Deadwood. Deadwood was a series that was on HBO. It was a Western that lasted for 3 seasons between 2004 and 2007 before getting canceled, and was created by David Milch and stars Ian McShane, Timothy Olyphant, and Powers Booth among a large ensemble cast, and takes place in the real town of Deadwood, which is in the Dakota Territory before statehood, and follows the lawlessness of this town as these characters try to survive within this place as it turns from a camp into a full-fledged town. Now, I've heard great things about Deadwood for many years now, and I've been wanting to watch it for some time now, especially now that there is a movie coming out on HBO that will act as a finale to the series, which I'm really excited for. So it seemed like the perfect time to finally watch the series, and boy, I'm glad I did. This is a fantastic, well-written show with such good dialogue. If you're watching this show, you're definitely watching it for the dialogue and the different exchanges between characters, because there is some great stuff here, specifically from Al Swearingen, who is kind of the big boss around town. He owns the gin saloon and is kind of the main character for the majority of the show, and he's the one you look to the most and has the best dialogue of all, and he's played by Ian McShane, and Ian McShane is fantastic in this role. It's his best role, I think. He is perfect, and man, does he cuss a lot. There's a lot of cussing in this film. Like, I have never heard the word cunt or cocksucker said so much within a show before, and it's really kind of funny, honestly. But there is a lot of cussing in the show, and yes, it is unrealistic for the time period, but there is a reason for that. The series creator said that originally the show was going to have dialogue and like cuss words that were prevalent for that time period in 1870s. And they said it just didn't work and came off as goofy and laughable because, well, we don't really have context for a lot of their curse words at that time. So they put it in with more modern cuss words to basically make it have the same effect. And it works. You really get the effect that this is a very lawless town where this just happens all the time. This is how they talk, and it is really well done. Yes, Al Swearingen is the best character. He is the reason you watch the show, but the show also has plenty of other characters to watch. Timothy Olyphant as Seth Bullock, the kind of law enforcement of this lawless town, is fantastic. This is a great role for him. I don't see much of Timothy Olyphant in a bunch of other shows or movies, and seeing him here, I wish I'd seen more of him because he is fantastic as he's trying to be the good man in all this scenario. And but we also have, probably second to Al Swearingen, we have the character of Cy Tolliver, played by Powers Booth, who is menacing as hell. This guy is fantastic. Every time he is on screen, I am scared because I don't know what he's going to do. This is a loose cannon of a guy, and he is evil down to the core, and sometimes I don't think he knows he's being filmed, and he is fantastic. And you just have such great characters in this show, and I love all the characters in this show and how they work off each other and play off each other. They're so great. The acting is fantastic in this show, as well as the characters and the writing and the setting. The setting is very believable. It's authentic. It feels real. It feels like a real town, and you look at it and you're like, that's a real set. That's a real set of hundreds of buildings, and it looks so good. The show is fantastic, guys. If I had to pick what was my favorite season out of the three, it would be the third season. I think it really does go first season, second season, third season. Although the second season is kind of slow at times and kind of goes off on tangents and is probably the weakest season. It's still really, really enjoyable, and it's really sad that this show didn't get a true finale, or just continued on, because what happened was, I think something happened with, the actors' contracts were running out, and HBO just didn't renew them, so the show was canceled. But originally, they were going to have two 2-hour movies that would basically act as the finale to the series, and that never happened, but we are getting it now. So I'm excited to see what's to come with this movie. Overall, guys, Deadwood is a fantastically well-made show with great directing, great acting, great characters, and extremely great dialogue. I'm finally glad that I got to see this show. I think it's fantastic, and one of the best shows I've ever watched. This is really authentic and just very well crafted, and I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give Deadwood an 8 out of 10. Well, guys, if you haven't seen Deadwood, I say check it out. It's only 3 seasons, so it shouldn't take long for you to watch it, as well as there's the movie coming out soon, so you'll be able to watch that and really have hopefully a good, satisfying ending to this series. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for you, so as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next review.